The Order 1886 released on PS4 and incited a vast amount of critical discussion. On the one hand, it lacked player interaction and depth. On the other hand, it introduced us to a wondrous paranormal punk setting with stunning graphics that, in theory, were perfect for gaming. Upon release in the UK, it went straight to the top of the sales chart. However, it quickly fell out of the top 10, and its short completion time led to many trading it in, so there was an abundance of second-hand copies. It would be a reasonable assumption to think that this was a bullet in the head of the series, and that developers Ready at Dawn and Sony would be wise to drop the game and invest their time and money elsewhere. However, there was a germ of brilliance about it that resonated with many who played the Order. If only some improvements could be made. Well, now it seems there are a small series of clues that added together indicate a sequel could be incoming. It's nothing definite, no concrete statements, but 3 little clues that added together suggest Sony is not done with the game. And why should they be when there are people who want to play a sequel? Shortly after The Order 1886 was released, I published a video criticism of it and list of suggestions for a sequel. One of the co-founders of Ready at Dawn, Andrea Pacino, responded on Twitter and said, "Thank you for your feedback." Of course, the definition of feedback is that any reactions given are used as the basis of improvement, possibly for a sequel. Shuhei Yoshida, president of Sony Worldwide Studios, was a guest on the PS I Love You XOXO podcast. He spoke highly of its achievements, including the graphics and the characters, and called it a
beautiful, moody game.
When speaking to Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty, he was directly asked about whether there could be a sequel.
We mentioned The Order 1886, which is a game I don't think panned out maybe the way we had all hoped, but it did end in a cliffhanger. Are we going to see more?
Of course, I cannot tell our future plans.
If the series was not being progressed, I think Yoshida would say, so that gamers were not left waiting for something that will not happen. At the PlayStation European conference that was held in Paris, the boss of Ski, Jim Ryan, reflected on some of PS4's successes in 2015. He referred to Bloodborne and The Order in the same sentence, which is definitely a show of good faith and a desire to give the game further exposure on such a big platform.
The Order 1886.
So, no firm announcements. Sony and Shuhei Yoshida are aware of The Order 1886's flaws, but also its strengths. It was released early in 2015 when there was a drought of games. For all its faults, this unique title kept the industry conversation focused on PlayStation 4. A sequel that builds on the first games has the potential to be a powerful and much loved product. Let's see what happens. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Bless you for watching.